Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Thought I would come here and just do a reading before the new week begins, Taurus. Let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is a bonus reading, Taurus. So if you've never been here before, first of all, welcome, welcome. We have a very large Taurus tribe here. I am your Taurus sister. And if you are showing up for the first time, welcome here. We like to be in the comments around here. And there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner if you're interested in joining this tribe. I do come back a few times a week with bonus reads for all of the signs. And I will be coming back. I didn't get to a lot of them this week, but I will be coming back next week with more. Let's get to you, Taurus. Let's find out what's going on. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. And if you're the person who's always here, clicking, viewing, subscribing, the ride or dies in the comments, I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. You know I do. Just want to say thank you. My intention is to read for the current or the future energy, and I'm not going to dig into the past. If it shows up, I'll acknowledge it. That's my job. But I am looking at the current or future energy. This may resonate today or maybe not a year from now. You never know, right? Let's find out what's going on for you. Tell me about Taurus. We have the Ten of Cups. Why is that? We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. You have a decision to make, my friend. Yep, looks like that. Are you going to be happy or not? Are you going to live under the surface? Are you going to keep it under wraps? Are you just going to be quiet and sit there? Or are you reaching out for the Ten of Cups? I feel like you feel that there are barriers or obstacles to your happiness. It feels as though life is really busy. Maybe you're really busy and you just don't have time to date. Look, we're in a crazy economy where a lot of people are working 2 jobs. For some of you, you could have 2 jobs. Maybe the only thing that's holding any of this stuff together is the universe. We do have the figure 8 here, right? We do have the sign of the infinite juggle that you're in. I want to say that the only thing holding it together might be spirit, right? Might be your source is the only thing that's holding it together here. But by the grace of God, you just keep on moving. So I feel like the Seven of Swords, yeah, tells me that I feel as though you're kind of in your head. It feels as though this Ten of Cups you wanted, but it feels like it's really far away. It's almost like you can't reach it. It's like I'm busy over here carrying all my swords, juggling things day by day. Things are really busy for me. There's a lot of obstacles for me to leap before I can get to this ultimate apex, this plan of happiness here. But I feel like if you're the person who's in the Two of Pentacles, please know that the Ten of Cups is, fortune after a hard time. And so I feel like things are about to get easier, but you're like, people are lying to me, Elsie. They're not being honest and truthful with me. Well, I would say, are you cutting them out or are you not? And so the Seven of Swords tells me, are you going to do what you always did to get what you always got? Or are you going to reach out for happiness? Either way, you've got to make time. Tell me more about Taurus. We've got the Hierophant. So I feel like this is your path. I feel like you're on this steady, sturdy path. I want happiness. I want commitment, whether it's commitment in a job, commitment from my family. I want them to support me, or whether it's finding love for you. Take it as it resonates for you, please. We've got the Fool. The Seven of Wands is in the reverse. So I feel like there's a few things here. I feel like, Taurus, you need to learn to be more flexible in the mind. I feel it's almost like you're stuck in a place where I feel like somebody still is stuck to, well, that person's just going to hurt me. Well, that person's just going to hurt me. I'm just looking at the Seven of Swords. There's 3 swords over the left shoulder. And we've got 3 swords over the left shoulder, which indicates somebody's heart's been broken. It feels like you're trying to make a decision, but you're not really sure what decision to make. I feel like the first thing you should do is probably try and be just a little more flexible of the mind. I want to say a little more flexible of the mind. I know that, Taurus, you can get stuck in a place, right, The Hierophant is like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm on my path. I'm not going to stop. Don't tell me what to do. You can follow me if you want, but this is always doing the right thing. I feel like you're always doing the right thing for everybody else. And I feel like it's time that you did the right thing for you. I feel like ultimately somebody here really is trying to decide about, do I begin again and try and find happiness in a commitment? Or, am I just going to get hurt again? That's what it feels like here. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Yeah, the Five of Wands is here. It feels like it's like I can tell you because I'm single that it's a whole big shit show out there. It's a whole other world out there when you're trying to date it. Dan, it doesn't depend. It doesn't really even matter what age range you're in, but it feels like somebody feels like, I just go on the apps and I keep swiping and people swipe on me. It's the same old conversations. People just want, hit it and quit it. It feels like the Five of Wands tells me there's a lot of competition out there. Everybody's beating the other one up, trying to find the best thing. And, you're like, I'm not really sure if that's what I want to do to myself. The Five of Wands is also, you beating up yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't have enough. It feels like the Five of Wands is fighting other people or even fighting within the self. It could be. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. To get to what you want, which I feel is the Knight of Cups, maybe have a little bit of flirting, maybe a little bit of, things that are, the Knight of Cups is the passive knight, moving a little slow, right? Wanting to make sure that I don't spill a drop. And it feels like somebody here is, I feel like you need to get out of these fives. You need to get out of this energy of lack. It's like somebody feels like, it feels like somebody here is still stuck to something from the past. I was just talking to a friend about this the other day, and they met somebody new, but they're still looking back there and saying, oh, but what about that person? And the thing is you cannot have the past and the present at the same time. Whenever you're on a path, when you get on that path, the universe is always going to bring back around what you don't want to see if you still want that thing. And when you reject it, that's when the universe puts you on the path moving forward. So I feel like the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups are showing up to tell me that I feel like the last commitment that you had, there was a lot of sadness. There was a lot of regret that happened. There was a lot of, possibly I was beating up myself. Maybe someone wasn't very nice to you. Maybe they kind of made you feel a way about yourself, right? But I feel like it's time to move forward from there. That's what the Eight of Wands is saying. Things got to pick up. The door's got to open. You have to make the decision to open the door and move forward. And you need to be just a little more flexible in how you're meeting people, who you're meeting. Tell me more. Because I feel ultimately it's the Knight of Cups, but I feel like all you've really met are people who maybe are not honest with you, not truthful. Maybe they don't lie to you, but maybe they don't tell you everything. I feel that's the only type of people that you've been meeting up till now. Maybe it depends on where you've been meeting those people, right? Maybe it's time to get off the apps and get in front of somebody face to face in a group, join a team. That's what we used to do, y'all, when there was no social media. We went out and we joined a bowling team, or we joined a baseball team, or we joined a soccer team, or we did something where there was lots of people, and that's how we met other people. You don't need social media in order to meet people. Got the Six of Wands, got the Judgment card. And we've got the Magician. Yeah, it's your decision, I want to say. It's your decision about this Fool here. And, the full moon is coming up on the 15th and 16th of November. And I feel like for some of you as well, don't forget that we're in the Mercury retrograde shadow period already. So for some of you, you could have other people that you are no longer interested in being with coming back round. It doesn't mean you have to choose them. It doesn't mean you have to be with them. It just means that you're being tested. The universe needs to know what you want by giving you something that you don't want. And when you don't want that thing and you turn it away, then the universe knows to bring in what you want. So judgment is necessary in every situation, no matter if it's love, a job, family member, no matter what it is, judgment is always necessary, giving you the option, because we all have agency, right? We all have the ability to make decisions for ourselves. But if the universe did not give you the autonomy of making decisions, what would be the whole point of you being here? If you were just this little sim, right, that the universe was controlling, what's the point? You need to have choices. And so I feel like the judgment card is telling me, look, you can open the door if you want. If you want to choose to live in this sadness from the past, you can choose to do that as well. But it is time to move forward. The universe is giving you a choice. You can be pointed towards the negative, or you can be pointed towards the positive. And it's all completely your choice, right? So you come to a place where you've got to learn to make time. I know there's a lot of obstacles. I know there's a lot of things going on in your life, but I feel like you need to make a decision to have the victory. And you know, it's all about manifestation. You are what you think. And so if you think that you can't, then you won't. If you think that you can, then you will. And it really is that simple. It's really all up to you. You're the one making the decisions. But, you know, the universe is always going to test you and bring things from the past forward just to see if you still want it. Are you giving the universe lip service, or are you really truly not wanting that person? And if you don't, that's great. Then just shut up about it and move forward. All I'm saying. Then just keep moving forward. That's all it is. Don't acknowledge it. Just keep moving forward. Got the Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. I really do feel that there's somebody here who has decided to go on a new path. I feel like you are looking forward, going on a new path. It's taken you a long time to make a decision to actually want to go out and meet somebody who is going to be a new long-term commitment. For some of you, I feel like you are meeting someone who is very kind and sweet, someone who is moving forward into the future as well, because the universe is pushing them that way. It feels like the Magician is, it feels like all the power's in you. Like you have all of the power in your hands. You've got all the capabilities and the resources here. You're the one with all the aces in hand. You can begin whatever way you want, Taurus. It's really totally up to you. But I feel like there is somebody here who's been holding off for a really long time, not taking any risks. I don't want to take any risks. I don't want to start anything new. It's been taking you a long time to get to this place where I'm going to make a decision about getting out there and meeting new people. And I feel like for some of you, the apps are not the way to do it. I feel like you really need to get out there in the Pentacle world. And look, there's a bunch of people in this room, meeting people. I feel like you need to meet people face to face in the Pentacle world is what it feels like here. Tell me about this Knight of Cups, because I feel like you have something coming in here. I feel like for those of you who are interested in it, and you don't have to be, those of you who are interested in it, that if you're a little bit more flexible in the mind, I feel like you're about to come across somebody who's ready like you are. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Swords, so you're leaving the Five of Pentacles. So that's the first point, right? We've got 5, 5, 5. Look, there's lots of quick change coming here if you acknowledge it and if you want it and if you're moving forward. We do have the Six of Swords. It's like it's too chaotic to live in the Five of Pentacles. I feel like I'm going to get on the horse and go. Try and find somebody who's interested in me, and maybe I'll be interested in them. But you're doing it passively. It's like you're not getting in people's faces. You're not deliberately swiping. You're getting out there and socializing. And should it happen, by the law of averages, it's going to happen. There are billions of people in the world. You're going to meet somebody. We've got the Nine of Wands. First, you got to come out from behind the fear wall here. And yes, there are going to be people who are going to be in this energy of the Knight of Wands, wanting to flirt and nothing more. Maybe you just need the practice of flirting, but I do feel like there is something brand new that's coming in that you're going to be blessed with. I feel like it's a blessing from the universe, something sturdy and stable. It does feel like, though, it's up to you to come out from behind the fear wall, though. That's the thing. It all starts with this, making the decision to want to be happy, wanting to make change, right? 5, 5, 5 is quick change. And there are always going to be people coming back. And that's just the way it is. How else does the universe know what you want? If you don't turn away one thing and you turn toward another, people are always going to be coming back. But you just need to make sure you're making clear lines, drawing clear lines in the sand is all. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. Look, you're feeling a little more vulnerable these days, and it's necessary if you're going to meet people. If you're not vulnerable, you can't meet people. You can't expect people to give them all of you while you're giving them nothing, right? So I feel like this is good news here, being a little more vulnerable to go into social spaces, meet new people, join new groups, find a soul tribe, meet friends of friends. I feel like somebody here is probably worried that their heart is going to get broken. And the truth of the matter is it doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. What matters is, do you have an exit plan? If this person, the only way you can have the exit plan is with the boundaries. The Seven of Wands is under here. That's why you need to make the promises to yourself. I'm worth this. And if they don't treat me like I'm worth this, then next, right? And we keep moving on. So we have somebody who's too scared to even try love because they feel like there's a fear or worry that I'm going to get my heart broken. I feel like if you're aware, if you have boundaries, if you have self-control, if you love yourself and you know your worth, there's no reason why you should be worried. Just get yourself a good exit plan if it doesn't work out. But I think this is where it starts. This is key. You need to be vulnerable enough and to go into groups of people in the 3D and find out what you like, who you like. Or you're just going to always end up with this Knight of Wands showing up. I think it's time to drop the burdens of feeling like you're being left alone on your own. It's time for you to move forward from there. Taurus, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Y'all have a good week. Bye-bye.